Turn to the book of Abraham. Never mind. I should turn to Numbers 9, 15, 17. Okay, well, we get there. Read on verse 15. And on the day that the tabernacle reared up in the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony. And even there was upon the tabernacle as it were appearance of fire until the morning. So always, the cloud covered by day and appeared by fire by night. And when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, then after the children of Israel journeyed, then in the place of the cloud door, there the children of Israel pitched their tent. May I sit down? If we hear now, we see in verse 16, so as always, the cloud covered by day and appears fire by night. And the title of my message here, He is there. But the first one I want you guys to write down now is, He is in the mix. We see here that God here is in the presence over the children of Israel. On the day of the tabernacle reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle. During the time that God, He appeared Himself over the children of Israel as a cloud by the day, He covered them. And He covered them and watched over them. As in 2 Corinthians 6:16, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall as my children. As God is over them, we may not have the cloud over us. I mean, like, how many guys follow the shaped cloud out there? Oh, where you going? Like, we don't follow the cloud or anything. We have the Holy Ghost in us. We don't follow the cloud now these days. Do you? Anyways, but we follow what the Holy Ghost convicts us to do. And as said on verse 16, it is always the cloud that covered by day. Always through the thick and thin, through the shadow of valleys. As the cloud protected them, as we be protected by the day. When the Holy Ghost come and convict us, He trying to protect us. He's not trying to cause anything wrong. As the cloud, is it so wrong that God is trying to protect them, guide them all through the land? And while the Holy Ghost may convict us, it teaches something. We see here that my second point, we must follow God. The children of Israel follow God wherever He may go. They are under His guidance. Same as we are under the guidance of our sponsors, pastors, and others under authorities. Maybe it's our teachers, the officers, and maybe some other people with power over us. It's not our job to overthrow them. I mean, do you guys overthrow God? He's our guidance here. Do you overthrow a pastor? He's our guidance. He will guide us, and so we must learn from Him. And the third point I want to tell you today, the final point, is the promised land. What we must do is lay our foundation. In Numbers 9:17, and in the place where the cloud adore, there the children of Israel pitched their tents. God knows where our right place is to be. As Mr. Aaron said, if it's our call to be a preacher, come up here, then it's our call. God will lead us to it. If it is a God call to become a missionary, God will lead us. If it's our call to become a Sunday school, maybe that would be too. It's not our place to say, oh, we don't want to do this, I want to do this instead. Like the song, I will follow Jesus. Follow, follow, I will follow Jesus. Anywhere, everywhere, I will follow. This is where we must start our path. This is where our heart must be entwined together with what our guidance should be. And also our journey. In Exodus 40:36, and when the cloud was taken up from the tabernacle, the children of Israel went up onward in all their journeys. Which means God is not calling us to stay at one place at a time. As we know, we have a place to be. God will lead us. But then He's not going to come up to maybe like baby Hudson at the age of 3 and bring you to the fields in China in 2 days. He's not going to do that. He's going to bring him through a journey where he must test his faith, test his soul, and test his will. He will train us all to be what we want to be. Some of us may have a rebellious spirit, but what is our will? But don't stop here. Times are rough. There's a book I read. It's called Living in an Imperfect Will. Right, Natural? I gave you that book. Did you read it yet? Yeah. You didn't open it, did you? It's by R.B. Ullin. And it read that how we can live in this world, even though it's so wrong, out there, we still have God. He's always with us. And also, He is our shepherd and guide us. Remember, first thing we must do God is in the midst. We must know He's always there. He's with us inside our soul. The second thing, we must follow Him. And the third thing is our promised land. When we follow Him, He will bring us where we are right. But hey, this world may have us up and down, but God is always here. And the Lord will always be there to guide us. Thank you.